Good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, you're watching This Morning right here on DBS, and I'm your host, Sheila Mendes, and we have Gideon Augustine, who is here with us again with Island Tech and also the events and program coordinator for ICT St. Lucia. How are you today, Gideon?
Hi, Sheila. Good morning. Good morning, St. Lucia.
Perfect. Well, I'm really excited to have Gideon back on the show because last week, again, if you're an avid follower of the show, you'd know we spoke about catfishing. But then there's also fishing, which is similar to catfishing, but there are really distinct differences. So today we're going to let you know more about what fishing is and how to protect yourself. So Gideon, tell us what exactly is fishing and how does it differ to being catfished?
Well, fishing, hi, good morning again. Fishing is a close cousin of of catfishing. Fishing is an attempt to acquire private information, personal information, credit card information, birth dates, addresses, whatever, from what would seem like a trustworthy source, like a bank, your utility company, like Lucelec, so on and so forth. They try to masquerade as those sources to try to acquire your personal information and then to use it against you.
Again, they're really trying hard to get into people's personal business.
Correct.
So then with that, because of course last week we spoke about catfishing.
Right.
So what's the main difference then between catfishing and fishing?
Well, when catfishing, there's either someone or personal or a group of people who try to lure people to like them, fall in love with them, give them money, but they're basically masquerading as somebody.
Okay.
But with fishing, they're masquerading as some organization. They say Lucelec, the bank, especially the bank. We get that a lot here in St. Lucia, and they try to get you to provide your personal information. They're under the guise of they're going to update their database. You get that a lot. So you have to provide your new name, address, telephone number, credit card information, and you get that a lot. But it's a little different to catfishing. Catfishing is more a way of getting you to fall in love, generally speaking, and give money.
And posing as somebody.
And posing as somebody, basically. Yeah.
All right, great. Well, I know there's different types of fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, there are different types of phishing. There's email phishing, telephone phishing. You get them by SMS or by telephone call themselves. Facebook. You get it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Actually, you get it on Instagram. But generally, what I want to focus here today is more on the email because we get it a lot in St. Lucia, email phishing. And I have a few examples I can show you guys of what I get myself in my junk box. So we can go through it so you can know exactly what to look for.
All right, great. Well, show us what we should be looking out for then in terms of phishing scams.
Here we go. Let me just go to my Hotmail. And we see here in my junk box, there's an example of an email supposedly from FedEx. And you can see the email comes from grosz@ftbc.com. Now, obviously, that's not a FedEx email address. Right. So that should be a warning sign to anyone telling you that this is a bogus email, all right? Or a phishing attempt to phish you, an attempt to collect your information. When you scroll a little lower down, basically telling you, they know you can't read the email properly, so they're actually telling you, if you can't read this email, having trouble reading this email, please click on the link in the email, and then will take you to their website, FedEx's website, quote unquote, and then for you to read the email properly and maybe enter more information. Now, when you have a phishing email, you really should never click on any link in a suspected email, because it'll take you to a bogus site, a spoof site, where they can actually either install malware on your machine to infect your machine and get more info, or have you enter your info yourselves on the spoof site. Yeah.
So Gideon, quickly, how can we protect ourselves from phishing scams?
First thing, if it just sounds too good to be true.
There's an example of an email supposedly
One
from
second.
FedEx.
Oops. Okay. First thing, when you see bogus email addresses, one time that should be a red flag. Also, when you log onto your site, never give personal information through emails, email addresses, or email messages. Email messages are very unsecure. So when you email, they can easily take everything from you and use it against you. Also, if you're not sure that a bank is sending you some, asking you for any personal information, log onto the bank's own website. And you will see normally when you log onto a website, you see the HTTPS at the top of your URL, telling you it's a secure connection, and then you can enter your information through there. Or if you're not sure, you can call your banking rep personally to make sure that they didn't send you a bogus email account or email message. Also, never give your information over the phone to somebody that you're not sure of. Sometimes they call you. I know a few years ago, some guys from India would call you and tell you they're from Microsoft.
Wow.
And ask you to enter your information on your computer and email them the link, and then you could log onto your machine remotely to fix your machine, quote unquote. So all these things you need to watch out for.
All right, great. Well, listen, I really hope that you found this segment interesting. And again, we're doing our best to help you wake up in the know. So keep yourself protected. Again, get in with Island Tech here, keeping us in the know. So we'll be right back. Hey, good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Chayla Mendes, and of course, you're watching This Morning right here on DBS. And I'm thrilled right now to be with Brother Emoja because it's all about, as you can see, the Pito International Film Festival, which is kicking off this week. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and first and foremost to the people of St. Lucia, I greet you in the name of God and the ancestors, in whose footsteps I most humbly walk. We had the third annual, and we are happy to be back in St. Lucia.
Great. Now we're looking forward to it because, of course, as you said, it's the third annual, so there's a lot of big things going on. It's not the first year. So tell us what we can look forward to this year.
Well, a lot of big stuff. This year we added a boot camp because the reality of it is we had to remember that the film industry, not just watching movies, the film industry, what goes on behind the camera, is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And even though you're not into going to the movie theater, guess what? If you're a carpenter or a laborer, we need you behind the camera to build the sets, the electrician, the food, the designs, the makeup, the nails, all that stuff is behind the camera. So this year we have a boot camp to talk about what goes on behind the camera, how can we prepare ourselves to dance on the world stage. Because if we want filmmakers to come to St. Lucia and shoot films, guess what? We need to make sure we have the skill set to be on the world stage. So the only way to get that skill set is to bring the people here, because the reality of it, a lot of people in St. Lucia cannot afford to go overseas. You got to get a visa. It's over $1,000 easily. So we brought 3 actors here to do a boot camp in St. Lucia for 2 days. A high intense, so in front and behind the camera will be covered, which is going to be huge for us. So that's something we're looking at. We're also looking at, we had the Poetry Jam again this year. And this year the Poetry Jam is very interesting. We have a poet from Botswana who flew in just from, in fact, the Sports Ministry Department, Youth Development, sponsored her and sent her here to work with us. Yeah, that's major, because here's Botswana, because Botswana, St. Lucia doesn't have a tourism board in Botswana. So once again, it shows you how the film industry could bring more people in, because this is not a competition, it's a collaboration between film and tourism. Because if I come here to shoot a film, you know I'm going to enjoy the island too. So all of a sudden now the tourist dollars are going up on top of the film industry. So this is very important this year that we educate the people of St. Lucia how important this is to us. Because can we do this in St. Lucia? Yes, we can. We do a great jazz and arts festival. This is the 25th anniversary we just did, right? So if we could do an international jazz and arts festival, we have a hot couture, we do all this doing jazz. Definitely we could do a film industry here in St. Lucia also.
Totally agree with that. Now we also have so much budding talent down here, which there's just no avenue for it. So how does the Pito International Film Festival create that platform?
Great question. Well, what's going on with this is that my company, Emoji Communication, right? If we work with people from the film industry, one thing we ask them when they work with us is to have a mentorship program and an internship program when they come here, because the worst thing I think that has happened in the Eastern Caribbean is that a lot of films are shot here, but when the filmmakers leave, that's it. Okay, what's happened to the young people and the youth that want to learn more? So when we bring people and we ask them to do an internship program, a mentorship program, have young people with you on set so they could see and they could learn at the same time. So that's something my wife and I, we're very big on that to make sure that happens. And being a born Lucian is personal for me, that we do that. And also, our artwork here is actually done by a Lucian who lives in Canada. So when we look at what back in the 90s when Sir John Compton, the father of the nation, asked nationals to come home and help make our country better, that's what we're doing, because we have Peter Lynn Renee, who runs the Houston Caribbean Film Festival. He's here with us. Okay, he's a born Lucian. So we have this sister who did this for us this year. She's up in Canada, so she sent this down. And also there's a young artist here, well, he's not that young, but he's here in St. Lucia. His name is Caraday Felix. He's actually painting a picture of collage for us with 26 women that I send the pictures from. We're going to be showing that off here. So we're showing the artwork, we're showing the skill sets of Lucians to the world on the world stage. And we have the poetry jam where we have Lucians that are going to be performing, and the PPE, the Praising Positive Energy. We're going to have Lucians performing there also with people from overseas. We have a great poet from the Midwest. Her stage name is One Single Rose. Awesome sister. She's here to be one of our co-hosts of the poetry jam, which happens tomorrow night. So when you look at the Piton International Film Festival, it's truly international, and we're challenging the Lucians to come out and be part of this. Because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, we can't do this. Guess what? The excuse is gone. We have the people here from overseas. You don't have to get on a plane and go anywhere. All you got to get in your car, take transport, and come to the Blue and be part of it. Tonight, Monday night, we're going to be downtown at the Rooftop Arts Cafe Lounge. And we're going to be doing a screening and a roundtable discussion. We're going to be showing some movies down there. So not only are we at the Blue in Rodney Bay, we're expanding ourselves outside of Rodney back into Castries, and we're doing some things there too.
And if you can just tell us, briefly what's on the calendar of events for this week.
Well, this week, like today's Monday, we're going to be doing the Rooftop Cafe. Tomorrow, we're doing the poetry jam at the Blue. Then Wednesday and Thursday, we do the red carpet events at the cinema. So we actually going to be showing movies. We have a red carpet. We have some of the movie stars going to be here taking pictures, meeting people, come and meet them, talk to them. And then Thursday and Friday, we do the boot camp. And on top of that, we have Shane Fredericks. He's a jazz pianist and a vocalist. He's here. He's going to be doing a workshop for us. We have Professor Amazonas, who is just very important. She is the 4th woman of color in North America to have that rank in capoeira. She's here on the island with us right now. So we have her on, so she's going to be doing a master class. So we have a lot of things, like we have One Single Rose. She's going to be doing a writing workshop for us. There is a lot happening. What the best thing people could do is go to the website, pitonfilmfestival.org. Now I'm in St. Lucia, so I don't have to spell Piton for people, right?
No.
Okay, so pitonfilmfestival.org. They go on the website, everything's on the website. If they need to get in contact with me, my contact number is 720-6708, and they can just call me. That's my local number here in St. Lucia.
All right, fantastic. So St. Lucia, you heard it straight from Brother Emoja. So there's so much going on. If you're interested in being filmed in any aspect, not just an actor or actress, come out and be part of it. And you know what? I think I'm definitely going to join on the train. The capoeira sounds really exciting. So keep it locked. Go visit the website. And of course, we'll be right back. Hey, good morning, St. Lucia. Now, I'm not going to ask if you're feeling good because I'm sure you can feel our energy. I have a circle of beautiful, strong, and talented women surrounding me right now. And it's a great morning. Of course, we always wake you up in the know. And today we're going to talk about people and their passions and why we should go after the things that we're longing for. So before I go any further, my power circle, I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves. So we'll start off.
Good morning. My name is Mary May. I am a couples and family therapist, and my company is Butterfly Love, LLC.
Good morning, St. Lucia. My name is Zylaw, also known as Velika Lawrence. I am a Sacred Dialogue teacher.
Good morning, St. Lucia. I'm Dr. Kathleen Walls of the Greatest Counseling and Consulting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Good morning, St. Lucia. I'm Desiree Reese, and I manage a project called the ICANN Project in the UK, as well as I've set up a foundation called Our Future in St. Lucia. It's to encourage young children in believing in themselves.
Good morning. My name is Batidi Moeti. I'm from Botswana, an artist and arts educator working for Children Association of Performing Arts Botswana.
Perfect. So as you can see, I did say I have a strong circle here full of power and talent. And of course, I'm your host, Sheila Mendes, of course, doing my thing with you every single day. So it's all about our passions. There are things that you want to do, that you've dreamed about doing, and maybe you're not doing it, you're not going for it, but I can strongly say everybody here in this circle, is definitely going after the things that they're passionate about. So my first question, I think I'll throw out to Kathleen, really, what would you define as a passion, and why should somebody go after it?
A passion is something where you just have that desire in your heart. It's that inkling, that thing that you just can't let go. It keeps pushing you even when you don't want to continue forward. You can't stop. It has to be done. Or you even find yourself doing it when you're not thinking about it. So I know people who are dancers when they're just standing around or in the aisles and they just start dancing. And it's like, what are you doing? As their body can't help it. Or singers. People who are into information, they just read voraciously. There are just people who write all the time, poets. That's that passion, that's that peace inside of you that it doesn't stop, it doesn't quit.
Well said. And you know what? I think I'll come to Zylo, because there are a lot of persons who have these barriers preventing them. They're going after this burning desire. So, fear kind of puts a block in that. How do you think people can overcome that?
Well, I think there are different types of fears, and we each have our private, sacred reasons why we fear certain things. So I think just before we even get into that answer, it's each of us having to be honest with ourselves about where is that fear really coming from. Is it fear? It could be excitement.
It's true.
Yeah. Is it anxiety? Because it could just be like wild passion, like, oh my God, I am going to do this. I can't tell you the hour, the second, the moment, but yeah, I felt that I'm going to do that. So a lot of the times that takes away a lot of the pressure if you realize that it's not really fear. Now, where it is fear serves at times, and sometimes it just gives you the right delay to give you the time to do the research, to get the information that you need to do it anyway, because you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, if you're passionate about it, you're going to do it. If it's a calling, you're going to do it.
I'm sure a lot of you out there, just as I am, can relate to a lot of what she has just said. And even for you, Mary, how do you think people can channel fear in a positive way to use it as fuel to go after something? Because I know, as much as I may have maybe my doubts about certain things I want to go about, sometimes I use that fear to just kind of jump right into something. So how can we make fear something positive?
So, wow. So fear would be a conversation of your passion. And how much do you trust the healing properties that fear brings to push you into that space that is going to be uncomfortable, but it has a purpose? So how committed are you to be on the other side? Because currently you're in an unhealed place as long as you continue to not live in your space of excellence. So when you think about it, it's like, okay, I want to be a butterfly. I want to transform one conversation at a time so that I can be in the blessed place for me and so that I can excel. So it's like when you begin to create what that picture and how it looks, then you begin to feel it, you begin to live it, you begin to give life to it, and that's where all your passion and energy is fueling. Yes, there's going to be days and moments and times that fear creeps in, but use that as an opportunity of a lesson, because each time fear creeps in, when you're in that glowing butterfly moment, it's there for a purpose. It has a lesson, it has something else connected to it, or it's giving you a post-it note of something that you need to pay attention to that may be a hurdle for you to cross later on. So it's like kind of giving you footnotes or cliff notes to your experience that you're about to endure. So endurance, giving yourself permission, and being able to say, okay, this is a conversation in order for me to move forward. So I'm not fearful of myself, I'm fearful of the unknown, but the unknown is going to take me to that passion place so I could be a free butterfly.
Even on my journey, I always say, I feel like there's a constant evolution, because almost every year I hit a point where I'm like, I feel like I need to revamp. But not that it's something wrong with me, but I think it's because of that growth process. Right. You realize, okay, this is time to upgrade. So, there's always this evolution. And Desiree, I want to ask you, what do you think simplicity and passion, how can they relate? Because I think there's so much when it comes to simplicity and passion.
For me, simplicity and passion, just be yourself. Once you're yourself, just You feel it, you want to do it, you have a thought about it, go for it. Just be yourself and be open about it. Don't be fearful. You always have everybody has an ego in them, and it's that ego that tends to stop them from doing things. So dig deep within yourself, understand who you are as a person, and then it will come forth. Your passion will just be released, and you'll just be able to do anything that you want to do.
And you know, Batidi again is here in St. Lucia, all the way from Botswana. So that is a huge step to even be here, and we're so thrilled to have her here with us. And she is an amazing poet as well, and I can safely say this is part of her passion. So when did you tap into that passion, and where do you think this journey is going to lead you? I mean, you're already here in St. Lucia, so.
Everything's all about passion. When you believe in yourself, your passion will take you far. Like I started poetry while I was 5 years, and I kept on doing my thing. I kept on writing. I started realizing that poetry is very important while I was doing Standard Form 3, when I got an award for all schools. Then I said, oh, the journey is going far. When I got to my senior school, I got position 1 again, Form 4. I was the champion for all schools in Botswana. Form 5 again, I was the champion. Oh my God. Then I had to go for it. Now I'm a very big poet in my country. A lot of people request me on Facebook, like every day. A lot of people wants to know me. It wasn't easy for me to come here, but I worked hard. Struggle brings success. Struggle, obstacles bring success. So my passion, my art, my love for art will take me far.
I'm really feeling this. I'm hoping the camera's not seeing that. I'm slightly teary-eyed, but these are powerful words because I can resonate. But this is honestly, I'm sorry, this is a real moment, and there's just so much energy here, and the words are just real and genuine. And for anybody out there listening, this is your calling, this is your time to be true to yourself. No matter your struggles, just keep pushing and keep going for it. And of course, live life simply and live it with passion. So at the end of it, you can look back and it is a life worth living. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show for today, and of course we've given you everything so that you can feel empowered and positive, and of course just go out and spread all the positive vibrations. So remember, it's a brand new day, so go out and create a new one, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on DBS.